Good day, everybody. We are here to start with an introduction into using Microsoft Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet software program that is designed to allow you to really do what all spreadsheets do, and that is crunch numbers. All right. This is really good for manipulating numbers, doing mathematical combinations, things like that. Today we're going to get into just some real basic key concepts. First off, understand every spreadsheet is broken up into cells. Okay, so each cell is the combination of a row and a column. The columns run across the top. The rows run down the left hand side. Okay, so we're in cell A1. If you click in a different cell, it'll highlight a different cell. I say highlight, but it just puts a little green border around the outside of it. Right here, this is the name box. You'll be able to tell what cell you're in if you ever get a little bit lost. And it shows you that you're in cell C4 right now. Now, also up here, if I go over to the right, this is the formula bar. The formula bar shows whatever is actually in that cell. Now, in Excel, you can have several different things in a cell. You can have text in a cell, so like I could put in my name right here. All right, and that would be in a cell, and if I click on the cell, you can see here's my name up here on the formula bar. But this is something that's important for you to understand. If I put a amount of text in a cell, and the text is larger than the cell, it wraps over to the right of that. Now, there is nothing in this cell to the right of it. If I click on here, you'll see there's nothing in that bar. Everything is being held right here in C4. So kind of keep that in mind. The difference is this. The other thing we can have are numbers or values. Okay? So I could say 1, 2, 3, 4.6789 like that and hit enter. Okay? And so there is my number. Now I want you to notice that rounded up. Okay, Excel does not like to have numbers that are too large for the cell. It doesn't cut it off like it does with text. And a matter of fact, if it gets too big, all you'll see is a bunch of hashtags through here. Okay, so if I didn't put a decimal in there, if I came back in and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I hit enter, okay, it actually widened the column. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes the column won't widen, and what you'll get is something starts doing this, or you'll just see, like I said, a bunch of hashtags. You can also put in dates, which are treated like numbers. So if I put in, say, January 2nd, okay, first off, it's going to be right aligned. Anytime you see something that's right aligned in Excel, you'll know that that is a number. And then it automatically formats it as a date that it recognizes. There are a bunch of different formatting dates. Okay. Now, you can have formulas, which you would use an equal symbol. But there's also one other thing you can put in there, and that is what's called, excuse me, a numeric label. And that is when you're going to type something in that Excel would normally read as a number, but you want it read as text. Okay, so let's say I wanted January 2nd to show up the way I typed it at first. Well, I'm just going to type in an apostrophe, and then I'm going to type in whatever text I want to have show up. And when I hit enter, the apostrophe will disappear, okay, and that number will stay in the format that we want to keep it in. If I click up here, you'll see the apostrophe is still there. It just goes away, and it's basically telling Excel, hey, even though this looks like a number, treat it like text. So that's kind of the things that go into a spreadsheet. Also, you'll notice down here at the bottom we have sheet numbers. All right, you can have multiple sheets on here. They are oftentimes referred to as workbooks because you can have multiple sheets in them. So we're going to start off by putting in a little text up here. We're going to type in a better body shop like that. I'm going to enter down one time. That's the main heading. Okay, usually it's going to be the name of a company. The next thing we're going to put in is the subtitle, annual revenue. Okay, so that kind of gives you information about what is going to be on this spreadsheet. I'm going to hit enter again. So now when you get down underneath that, the next thing you put in normally are going to be column headings. Now in this case, we're going to leave the first cell blank. I'm just going to hit my tab key, and then I'm going to start typing in the column headings. And again, I'm just going to hit tab each time. And it'll just go from one cell to the next cell. And then down here at the end, we're going to put in a total column heading. So these are headings at the top of each column. Now we're going to put in row headings. Row headings are headings that go down, and they are in different rows. So this is row 4, 5, 6. So we're going to have different row headings sitting right here. So we'll start off with aquatics, then cardiovascular. And don't worry about the fact that the text is kind of going over into the next cell. We'll take care of that later. Weight training. And then yoga. Excuse me. And, where is it? Stretching. Okay. Now we're going to put in a bunch of numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and pause for a moment and put the numbers in, then I'll bring it back so you can add them to yours. Alright, so now I'm back and I have my numbers in here, and I'm going to wait here for a moment so you can go through if you'd like, and just pause this at this moment. You can add in your numbers and your text and make sure that you have all the stuff in your spreadsheet that you'll need for what we're going to do next. Alright, so hopefully at this point you've had a chance to go in and add in your text. We're going to add another label right down here. We're going to put in a total down here also, because we're going to have both column totals and row totals. Now, like I said, we're going to do a lot of math here with these spreadsheets. That's what they do for you. They crunch numbers for you. I know that some of your numbers don't look all that beautiful because we've got decimals in places and things like that, different numbers and decimals. We'll take care of all that here in a moment when we do some formatting. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some formulas. Now I could show you how to do this the slow old-fashioned way, which is simply say equals, because it's a formula. Click on your first cell that you want. Type in a plus. All right, do the next cell. I'll just type in B5 plus, all right, B6 plus B7. And you can hit enter, and that's going to add those 4 cells together. So that's one way to do this. But the people who make Excel, Microsoft, realize that you have situations where you add up large ranges of cells, and this is a range of cells. Notice I'm going to click and drag to select all of them. That's a range of cells. They're all touching each other. Okay, so that makes it a range. Now, instead of typing in this long formula that you see right here, we're going to go over here and we're going to use the auto sum button. So if you go over to the right, you'll see this button that says auto sum. Now, there are a lot of other things this auto sum button does, but the word sum means to add together. So if I just click on auto sum, all right, it puts in this function, the sum function right here, and then inside of parentheses, it puts in a range of cells, and a range will always have the first cell, a colon, and the last cell. And that means every cell from the first cell through the last cell. And you can see it highlighted up here, the little marching ants kind of going around it. All right, and it's going to add all those together. It's applying the sum to it, so it's summing those up. So all I got to do is hit enter, and that adds all those together much faster than having to type all these in. So if I just go over here to the next cell and I hit auto sum again, all right, adds it together. Sum again, boom, adds it all together. So that was the easy way to do that, right? Just use that auto sum button. Now make sure you're always in the cell where you want the formula to go. I know your middle school teachers sometimes will tell you to select the cells and then hit auto sum, but depending on what's going on your spreadsheet, sometimes Excel will put the formula where you don't want it to go. So always select where you want the formula to go. So I'm going to go to F4 here, and I'm going to use auto sum again. This time I'm adding across. So Excel will be smart. It'll realize, hey, there's a bunch of numbers to the left of it, and it'll automatically put the cell range in for that. So we hit enter. Now, I'm going to get into this more in a later video, but formulas that you are going to use basically the same formula, but you're moving it down from one cell to the next cell or left to right, you can use your fill handle. That's that little square in the bottom right hand corner. So if I move my mouse over it, you'll notice how it turns to a little black plus symbol. If I click on that and drag that down, it's going to copy that formula down, and it's going to automatically give us our totals for each of those rows, which is exactly what we want it to do. Okay, so that's how we get in here and we add all of our numbers in. We add in our basic formulas. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop at this video. This will be the end of part 1 of this introduction.